you for 30 days. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
The stock market, according to the Fed, is not out of the stratosphere in terms of valuations. If you
Yeah, of course not. No, market's not overvalued according to the Fed. Of course not. Unbelievable. It's so overvalued. It's incredible. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Let me complete that cut.
the stock market, according to the Fed, is not out of the stratosphere in terms of valuations if you account for low interest rates. You don't hear the Federal Reserve talking about stock market valuations all that often. They talk about, that the valuations don't seem so crazy. I guess no irrational exuberance, to use an old phrase.
Yeah, sure. That's, again, the idea is just keep talking about zero rates. As long as you keep rates at zero, everything's just fine. Well, it's not. And this is what's amazing. Think what's been going on in the last couple of days. Since they have that vaccine approval, or close to it, 90%, everything went crazy. The market went up about 1,700 points, but yesterday it gave back almost 800 points of it. Today it's up about 200 points. And it just actually makes no sense. I mean, can you imagine the stock goes up, the market, 1,700 points, based on we almost have the vaccine? Everything's on expectation. That's called speculation. And the people who bought the market yesterday, I begged my gang members, do not fall for this. Do not buy the stock market yesterday. You're going to get hurt. I told them the market was going to come back on you. If anything, if you're in a stock and the market went up yesterday, if anything at all, you sell into the market. You take profits. You know how many people, though, jumped into the stock market yesterday and they got killed? You don't do that. When these markets go up like that, you never buy, because the problem is you always buy at the top. Those are called head fake rallies. They can't sustain themselves. What happens is in the morning, when they know a rumor's coming like that, the specialists or market makers who set the price every morning in the stock will just put the price way up there. So instead of putting up the price 50 cents or quarters or 25 cents, they'll move the price up $10. Isn't that ridiculous? And then the people don't know what's going on. They see it go up. I got to get in. It went from $25 to $100. I got to get in before it goes from 100 up to 110. That's how they think. And people jump in at 100 and it goes back down to 10. That's crazy. It's crazy. So we got this near approval. So everyone now expects, the economy's going to grow. Even oil stocks went up. The economy's going to grow. That means that we need oil. Everybody starts buying oil. What are you, nuts? And then people were shifting out of treasuries into the stock market. So they're selling their treasuries. So now yields are going up. Interest rates are going up. And also, that's causing inflation. Now that Biden has been elected, or I guess so, we don't know yet, the institutional money are moving out of growth stocks. Hey, let's get out of growth stocks. Let's get out of Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Apple. Let's get out of those stocks. And what we're going to do is let's go buy a Caterpillar, AT&T, or Exxon, or Coke. What are you, nuts? I mean, can you imagine? Since 2013, six stocks. We have, think of the S&P 500 companies. Just 6 of those 500 companies contribute almost a quarter of the value. Think about that again. You got 500 companies, and you got about 6 companies that contribute a quarter of the value. That's insane. A quarter of the value, 6 stocks? That's nuts. Oh, and the market's not overvalued, they're telling us?
The stock market, according to the Fed, is not out of the stratosphere in terms of valuation.
Yeah, the Fed, they're really looking out for our interest, the Fed. Yeah, I love that. They're really looking out for our interest. Unbelievable. I mean, think of what they did to us. Go back to 1944. The dollar became the reserve currency, right? But at least back then, or up until 1971, at least when they printed a dollar, you had to have a dollar's worth of gold. But then in 1971, Nixon wanted to get rid of the gold. He didn't want to have to, every time he printed a dollar, have brought dollar gold because he couldn't do what he wanted to do. He wanted to expand the war. He wanted to go into Vietnam. He wanted to expand the military. You can't do that. You need to pay for it. You can't pay for it unless every time you printed a dollar, you had to have a dollar in gold somewhere. That frustrated him. So he got rid of gold. This was a travesty for our nation. And that's why we're where we are today, in such debt, huge debt. We're going to have a 60% correction in this market. It's not over yet. So this was a travesty once they took away the gold. And you could just print. That's crazy. What happens in that case, the majority of the assets, stocks, whatever, are in the hands of a few. That's what happens. When the Federal Reserve keeps printing and printing and printing, and there's nothing to back it, nothing but air, and the rates on top of that are cut to zero? What are you, nuts? And they cut tax rates as well? What are you, nuts? What they're doing is increasing credit. So when you increase credit, you're increasing demand for autos and homes, etc. And people get into debt ever since they decided to print money without having gold attached to it. How do you think we're in such massive debt? The biggest debt we've ever had in history. Not just household debt, corporate debt, every kind of debt. That was the worst decision of all, because it killed us. Now, since 2008, the Federal Reserve, controlled by the wealthiest people in the nation. Remember, the 1/100th of 1% we're talking about. Not the 1%, the 1/100th of 1%. Those are the people who decide who's going to be president of the United States. Those are the people who decide how the vote turnout's going to be. That's right. Now, those are the people who flood the economy with liquidity. Money, ka-ching, 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 just keep flooding it. Now, the Fed, who prints the money, turns around, what do? They buy the debt from the banks to keep them afloat. That's why banks will never go broke. Never go broke. They're too big to go broke. And then when corporations right now are so broke, they go in there buying the corporate debt. This is called quantitative easing. And this causes huge inflation, which they lie about, which we don't have a 2% inflation rate. We're at 12%, a minimum, but they lie about it. So all this liquidity kills you. When I get back, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. It's free for 10 days. Okay?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, we're being told to get rid of the FANG stocks and the big tech stocks and start buying utility stocks. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Remember, it's the FANG stocks, 6 stocks, that drove this whole stock market since 2013. 6 stocks control. If you look at 6 stocks, these FANG stocks, and if you take those stocks, they contribute about a quarter of the whole value of the S&P. There's 500 stocks. So if you take 6, they make up a quarter of the value of 500 stocks. That's insane. That's insane. And here's another thing that's crazy. Now they're telling you, okay, so these stocks have driven this entire market because of zero interest rates between the tech stocks and the zero rates that drove this entire stock market. Now they're telling you to get out of Facebook or get out of Netflix and go buy Pool, P-O-O-L, a green stock. Can you imagine that? Insane. And here's the other thing. When the market, think about the 1929 crash. The market dropped about, I think it was about 60%. Dropped about 60, 70%. You know it took 25 years for it to get back to that level where it dropped from? It was around 400, I think, something like that. And it dropped down. And it took 25 years for the Dow to get back to and exceed the 1929 levels. Imagine that. But now, if you take our market, because of zero rates and quantitative easing, remember what quantitative easing is. When they got rid of gold, they printed and printed and printed and printed, and they took this money in the Federal Reserve, the very, very wealthy who control it, they go into the corporation and say, oh, you in trouble? I'll buy your treasuries. I'll buy your debt so you can have cash and you're on your feet. They go into the banks. They go into corporations. That's what they do. You shouldn't do that. If they're weak, let them crash. Let them go down. But no, we keep propping up, for the last 12 years, all these dead companies. We keep propping them up, and therefore you're propping up the stock market. The stock market's not the economy, and you can't grow the economy. And we haven't grown the economy. Do you know it's been 12 years and the economy has never grown 3% over 1 year? Not 1 year. In the last 12 years did we grow 3%. What's that tell you? This is all because they took gold away. They said, no longer do you need gold. For every dollar you print, you need $1 of gold. Isn't that terrible? So now, remember, this collapse that we had in February because of the pandemic, it would have happened anyways. And we're ready, and we're going to have another one, because you can't substitute. When you have tremendous debt, Your value stocks aren't going to hold. You think AT&T is going to hold up this market? What are you, nuts? It's ridiculous. That's why gold is going to be huge. Now, if you want to participate, and by the way, I'm going to show you why this market, I'm going to put up a chart going back 12 years. And I'm going to put up the S&P going back 12 years. I popped it up here. If you're on my mobile site, you can see it. And I'm going to show you the trend from 2012, 2013, up to 2018. And remember, it was 2018 that I predicted this was the beginning of the crash. And I was right. And I remember, crashes take time. Everybody thinks because 1987, everybody came back from lunch and the market was down, the market crashed during lunchtime. No, it took 2.5 years before it crashed. It takes sometimes 2 to 3 years. It's like turning to Queen Mary. It happens in stages, and that's what's happening to us right now. And we're now in the last stage. We're in a stage of massive debt. Massive debt. So I'm going to put up, go to my YouTube site, my YouTube channel, and I'll put it up there tonight. I'm going to show you how this market, I can show you on a chart why it's still crashing. And nobody's talking about it. It's still crashing. Now, I'm not saying don't buy stocks. We buy stocks every day, and we're making money. But the difference with us and you, when my gang buys a stock, we know when to get out. You lose money because you don't know when to get out. How many of you bought stocks yesterday when the market went up? The market went up up to 1,700 points, for God's sakes. And then it came back 800 and you lost your money. That doesn't happen to us. But I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel, my take, I'm going to put up the chart since 2013. That's where the big tech stocks came. That's where the FANG stocks. Then they added to the FANG stocks, they added Apple and Microsoft. So you had 6 stocks contributing to the whole rally. And then I'm going to show you on the chart and prove to you the market's crashing. I'm going to show you. And people don't even know it. Now, do we not buy stocks? Of course we buy stocks. Now, I'll give you an example. They're telling you to get out of Netflix. So Netflix went down, right? Netflix went down the other day. Put up on a chart. And I'm going to show you this. And so make sure you go to my YouTube channel tonight. So Netflix went down. So you're supposed to buy. So they're telling you, okay, Netflix went down, so buy a utility. So you went out and bought NEE. So NEE went up. It went from, NEE went from $75 up to $84. And then it came back down. Of course, it's going to come back down because the money was flowing out of it. When they tell you to get rid of Netflix and buy a utility like NEE, and then you're going to sit there and go, wait a minute, it went up and it came right down. What happened? Well, if you had my chart, you would have got caught more when I come back. Remember St. Jude once you start doing well. Help out St. Jude, please. They need your help. Be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Green at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So here's what they're telling you. They're telling you to get out of the big tech stocks and move into AT&T, these Osagio growth stocks, okay, value stocks. You really think investors who've been making a fortune with the FANG stocks and then throw in with the FANG stocks Apple, Microsoft, do you think they're going to give up these FANG, the tech stocks, big tech, that they made a fortune since 2013, and they're going to go buy AT&T What are you, nuts? That's like a heroin addict having them get off of heroin and switch to bubble gum. What are you, nuts? Not going to happen. What has been driving this market since 2008 is zero rates, and it's killed our economy. It's torn it apart. Only the wealthy get more wealthy. The guy who's working, he's making from $50,000 a year less. Half of the people in our workforce make less than $38,000 a year. They got nothing out of this in the last 12 years. They got nothing. Nothing happened for them. They got deep into debt because when they print money, and they're allowed to print as much as they want, the Federal Reserve, and what they do is they're creating credit. So you can go buy a car. Anybody can buy a car, a motorcycle, whatever they want. Because remember, when they print money, it's not backed by anything. So they can print as much money as they want. And the value of the dollar goes down. And people are, as their dollars in their wallet are going down in value, their debt keeps climbing and climbing because they keep buying stuff. They keep buying stuff. And their debt keeps climbing. And their household debt is up to the roof. And they're spending more than their income. And that's a prescription for death. So for the last 12 years, what's kept this whole market going is 6 stocks and zero rates. Zero rates created a demand. Credit, where people could go buy stuff they didn't need and spend more than their income. There'd always be more credit. Keep interest rates at zero. Keep printing. Keep putting liquidity in the market. Keep sloshing all this money around. And then who benefits from it is the big boys, because if a bank's in trouble, the Federal Reserve goes, prints more money, goes to the bank, buys all their mortgages. 33% of the mortgages in this country right now, people are behind on either 1, 2, or 3 payments. The reason why you don't see foreclosures going on, because they print money, go to the bank, say, I'll buy your mortgages, and here, I'll give you cash. Now you can stay alive. Oh, I'll buy your treasuries too. You got some treasuries around? I'll buy those too. Give you cash. Why do you think Buffett got out of the banks? What's going on? And the debt is outrageous. Our debt is going to kill us. So if you're going to buy a stock, now I'll give you a good example. They're telling you, get out of Oracle, or get out of Netflix, or get out of Amazon, or get out of Apple, and they said, look, go buy McDonald's. Go buy McDonald's because there's going to be stimulus, and because Biden won, and that means McDonald's is going to go up. Sure went up all right. It went from 213 up to 227, and then it came right back down to 207 the same day. It went up 6%, came right down 6%. What good is that? But see, if you were with me and you had my chart, that would have never happened to you. We made money on McDonald's when our chart turned green, and when it was around, we got in July, and we bought it around $190, and then it turned red. It turned red, telling us to get out when it was around 227. So we had a nice 19% gain, but when it turned red, it told us to get out. Now, it turned red, and guess what? It started to drop. And it showed us the money was flowing out. See, this is the one thing you got to understand. If a stock is going up, it doesn't necessarily mean that money is going in it. I know it's hard to believe. But remember what a market maker is, what a specialist is. He's the one who moves the price of the stock. He can move it up, he can move it down, he can move it wherever he wants. So when all this nonsense came out the other day about this vaccine, everybody said, get out of Netflix, go into McDonald's. Boom, McDonald's goes up. Someone bought it right. I'm going to tell you, 99% of the people who bought McDonald's bought it at $227. Know where it is today? $213. They lost money. But if you were with me, that would have never happened, because you saw it turn red going back on October 27th. This is after we bought it. This is after we bought it at around $190 back in July. And we had a beautiful profit. So you would have never got caught in McDonald's, because not only do you have the color turn red that tells you not to buy it, is telling you the institutions are taking their money out. There's another thing that we have that's part of it. It shows you which way the money is flowing. If your stock is going up, and on my chart, nobody else has this, on my chart, it shows the money's going out as McDonald's going up. That's telling you it's a head fake, and it's going to come right back down, and it did. On your charts, the charts that you buy, you don't have that. You don't have it turning red. You don't have it turning yellow. You just have the days, the daily. One day's red, another green, red, green, red, green. You don't have that. Think about it. For God's sakes, think about it. If you have a chart in front of you and a stock is going up, and you can tell the money is going out, the institution's pulling their money out, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? So you're not getting in a stock that's going the wrong way? I mean, you're like Mickey Mouse going east on a westbound train. What are you, nuts? Without my chart. Here's another one. They told you, buy pool. Get out of your tech stocks and buy pool, they said. Okay? So let's say you got out of Amazon or Oracle or Cisco, whatever. And then you bought pool because they told you to buy pool, right? Well, guess what? People bought pool, and they bought it right at the peak. It went from about 348. Okay, and then it went 348 to about 372, and then it collapsed. Went up, then came right back down. You lost money. Now, if you were with me and you were a gang member, I can give you a gang member free for 10 days and give you the chart for 10 days. You would have saw your chart, your candlesticks turn red, giving you a warning, and then you had the feature telling you which way, which direction is the money going. So if you were buying pool yesterday, based on the information you're getting from the fake business news network, buy pool, buy pool. If you had my chart, it's showing that money is going out of pool while the stock's going up, and it collapsed. Take Pulte Homes, PHN. Everybody's buying the home builders. And I told everybody, you heard me. How many times I said to you, back in April, May, June, July, August, I kept saying, are you buying homes now? Are you nuts? You're paying, you're going to lose 20. I hope you're putting down 20, 30% down payment because you're going to lose that. And all the home builders, people are out buying houses, going to model centers, and they don't even look at their stock. People are buying a brand new house, overpriced, but they didn't even look at the stock of the company. If you went to Pulte Homes and you're buying a house from Pulte Homes, if you looked at the stock of Pulte Homes, you see it was collapsing. The stock market is forward-looking. You would have never bought a house. So, again, same thing. So Pulte Homes, everybody was buying Pulte Homes. They said, and the same thing happened. All of a sudden, everybody got in at Pulte's around $39. It went up to about $46, and it came right back down to $40. But before getting in, you knew not to get in because, again, the stock Pulte was red, going up, and that little signal that we had told you the money was going the opposite way, not into the stock, out of the stock. Free for 10 days. Join my gang and get the chart and get the membership free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back. You know, I'm going to tonight put on my YouTube channel. And by the way, you can listen to this radio show anytime you want live on my YouTube channel. But I'm going to put on my YouTube channel. And again, please subscribe, hit like. That'd be great. I'm going to put on my channel. I'm going to show you that how you know that when they tell you to get into a stock, and if they told you, why don't you buy when we say buy a utility stock, because now Biden's in, utility stocks are going to go up. Okay, so you put in a utility stock, put in NEE, and all of a sudden it's going up. On your chart, you would see nothing but green candlesticks going up. My chart, it would show you it's red. But there's another feature you don't have on yours, because you can't, because I own it. It's the technology I own. When your stock is going up, NEE is going up, and your candlesticks are green, you don't know the difference. But if you had my chart, the candlesticks would be red. Or it would be yellow, telling you way in advance the money's starting to come out. So the stock starts going up, it's either yellow or red. But the other feature you don't have, that I have, because we put it into our design, is that it shows you which direction is the money going. If your stock is going up and the money's going out, it's telling you it's going to reverse itself, come back down. Exactly what happened with Pulte Homes. I'm going to put that on my YouTube channel tonight. I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing to you. What they're doing to you. I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Now, let's talk about what's going on and why gold is going to do so well. Because remember, inflation. We got tremendous inflation. They've been lying. This 2% is a lie. They will never admit to 10 or 12% inflation. First of all, they don't want the cost of living going up on Social Security. So the Fed, as I told you yesterday, when there's inflation, gold goes up. They don't want gold going up because it identifies they're doing a horrible job sticking to their mandate, what they should be doing. Creating jobs and having stable prices. They're not doing that. So gold goes up. So that means when they go to borrow money and they go to the Saudis or the Chinese want to borrow money, they say, well, we want more interest. Well, they say, why? Because gold's going up. That means you're not doing your job. We want higher interest rates. So they always try to push gold down. They always try to suppress gold, but you can't always suppress it. Especially now, because the inflation's getting worse and worse and worse. So inflation, we're going to have a lot of inflation. We got a lot of inflation now. And remember, they cheat when they calculate inflation. As I told you yesterday, they leave out food. They leave out education. They leave out healthcare costs. They leave out almost everything, clothing, everything. They cheat. They don't count any assets. Okay? If housing prices are going up 6%, 8% a month, which they've been doing since March, they don't count that. They also have a system where they substitute. If they want to see, let's say, the cost of used cars, which went through the roof. Remember? Used cars were going up 20%, 20, 30%. New cars, they couldn't give them away. So instead of reporting cars going up, say, 20%, what they did is they reversed it. They substituted the new cars. And the new cars were going down in value. So to keep inflation down, they used the new cars. Isn't that unbelievable? And then here's what's really stupid. They tell you, well, since the birth of the inception of the computer, they're about 10, 20 times faster than they were. So that must mean that prices have dropped by 50%. Dropped by 50%? What are you, nuts? And they use the same narrative to justify zero rates. So gold is going to just take over. It's going to take over because the dollar has had it. You can't have these trade deficits, and you can't have, when you have trade deficits like we have, and you have budget deficits, we have over almost $4 trillion in budget deficits for this year. I'll use 3.5. We're spending 3.5 trillion more than we're taking in. So now they got to print money, and they got to pay. You got to pay for those deficits. Now they're not going to go borrow the money, because they go borrow the money, they're going to have to pay higher rates because gold's been going up, and gold goes up, tells their lenders, their bankers, that they're doing a terrible job, and inflation is going to keep going up. So therefore, if inflation is going up, then they want more interest. So trade deficits are a killer. The national debt is a killer. And remember, since 2008, all they've been doing is printing all this money with no gold attached to it, using quantitative easing, printing all this money to go buy the debt from the banks to keep the banks alive. So the banks are too big to fail. They're using all that money to go to the banks and buy all the bad mortgages. They're going to the corporations, buying all their bad debt. If they went out and, let's say, they raised money and they went out and did a corporate bond for $20 million and they can't pay it back, the Fed prints money, boom, 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 goes over to Jake at the company. Hey, Jake, how you doing? I got a tough time. I can't pay my $20 million back. Don't worry, I'll buy it from you. And we'll just print more money. And the dollar's going down and down and down in value. And gold wants to go up, 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 and they're trying to suppress gold. They can't keep suppressing it. They can't keep suppressing it. It won't work. So the bottom line is, when they start talking about deflation, we're not in deflation yet. It will happen at some time. But right now we have gold. And remember we talked about, too, yesterday, the best thing to identify if the gold price is going to increase, just watch the 3-month Treasury and the 10-year Treasury. When the 3-month Treasury, let's say, is at 2%, and the 10-year Treasury is at 3%, then all of a sudden the 3-month Treasury starts going up, and the 10-year Treasury is going down. Then all of a sudden the 3-month Treasury is at 3%, and the 10-year Treasury is 2%, inverted. That means we got huge inflation, and we got and gold is just going to go through the roof. Go through the roof. Anytime you have an inversion like that. Now, some of the stocks that you want to look at right now, if you're looking at stocks to buy, okay, the ones that we've been staying with is our oil stocks. Now, we know the economy is going to get worse and worse, not better. But because they're telling everybody the economy is getting better, everybody's starting to look at oil. And now we've been watching our oil stocks for so long. Every day we have what we call a scout on our oil stocks. And so these stocks, remember I told you, and I've been telling you, oil stocks have been discounted so much. Are you kidding? Some of these oil stocks have been discounted by 60, 70%, and you're not buying these things? Now, you just got to know when to get in, and the color-coded chart will tell you when to get in. But the oil stocks have been fantastic. Here, the ones that I like the best, the ones we make a lot of money on, are the refiners. They're always the best. So let's take MRO. Give you an example. In the last year, MRO has dropped from $14 down to $4. A 71% discount. What are you doing? I'm going to buy Google. What are you, nuts? But guess what we bought? We bought MRO. And guess what? It just turned green. Just turned green in the last 2 days. So we have a scout on it. That means just a few shares, not ready to buy, not going, big time yet. But at least we're in it. We're going to keep our eye on it. Now, when do we know when to add to our position? Our color-coded chart will tell us. Our color-coded chart will stay green, but we also have something else that's unique that nobody else has. We can coordinate our chart, okay, with a little thing called a W, okay, a little thing called a W formation or a V-shaped formation. So not only does it turn green, we have a signal to say, okay, now is the time to add more. Most people don't even know when to add to their stock. With my chart, you know exactly when to add. You know exactly when not to add. You know exactly when to run like hell. So all these oil stocks, Schlumberger is another one we own. Now, and Schlumberger dropped by about, 70%, 80%. These are on sale. But don't get in until you have my chart. And you can have it free for 10 days. Along with a membership, philsgang.com. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.